two. slowly getting there. Kia ora koutou, no mai, haere mai, tauti mai. Welcome to the 2023 IAANZ Graduation. On behalf of the Academy, I wish to extend a warm welcome to both those present in the hangar tonight, so the graduands, their guests, board members and staff, and also to the graduands who are not able to join us in person, but are joining us this year via live stream with their friends and family. And I've just heard that there's about 80 people who are zooming in, or whatever they do with live stream today. So I'm Adrian Dempsey. I'm IAANZ's very new academic manager, and I will be the MC for tonight. Before we get started with the ceremony, there are a few housekeeping matters to cover. So in the event of an emergency, we'll open the hangar doors, but you can see there's also emergency exits there and there. And then we'll exit through the hangar doors and emergency exits, move out onto the apron and around to the grass areas. But that's unlikely to happen. Bathrooms are located down the corridor towards reception. If you let Stephanie know that as you walk past, she'll make sure that you can get back in. The order of events for the ceremony itself tonight is that we have a welcome from our CEO, Jeremy Ford, and then an address by Ross Sparks, our Head of Training. And then our graduate speaker, Emma Penny, will talk to you. The presentations of certificates will follow and awards. And then at the end, there'll be an opportunity for some group photos. So Mark's the person that you will look for there. When your name is called, when we get to the presentations, can you please come up to the right and receive your certificate and then face Mark for your photo. And then stand and then move back down. So I wish to take a moment to graduate all our graduates, and we wish you all various success in your future. Some of you have just begun your aviation journey, so some of our graduands completed their programs yesterday and are looking to begin their first roles. Others have already landed their dream roles, and we look forward to hearing all about it. On that note, I'll hand over to Jeremy.
Thank you, Adrian. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 2022 IAANZ Graduation. We're all honoured to have you here on this important occasion. A special welcome to the graduates and their families, and especially to those online from around the world. A little bit about us here at the Canterbury Aero Club and the International Aviation Academy of New Zealand is we're very proud of our very long history. The club is in its 94th year, and it's the recreational arm of the business, and it's where we have a lot of fun. And I suppose the Academy in its 29th year is the professional arm of the organisation where we're setting up people for a career in aviation. We have our own engineering team who, believe it or not, are still working next door to us, looking after a fleet of 30 aircraft and a number of private aircraft who bring their aircraft to us for maintenance. Our location on the airport here, I'm sorry, because of very stringent rules with the club and to do with the wind with the airport company, sorry, we had to keep the hangar doors shut tonight to keep it a little warm. But the view, we're very fortunate to have the view, and we believe our location is one reason why we're the best path to the aviation industry. We're a preferred flight training organisation of Air New Zealand and also Vietnam Airlines. Tonight I'd like to welcome from the Aero Club and the Academy President Jeff Brodie, Chairman of the Board John McAllister, CAC Life Member Steve Node, Club Executive Members, Academy Board Members, our Head of Training Ross Sparks, our Chief Flying Instructor Jason Hobday, and our dedicated team of instructors, engineers, safety team, business development and admin staff. So why are we here? We're all here for the passion and the love of aviation. Most of us have dreamed about being a pilot, and we are in the business of fulfilling the dream of flight. The road to becoming a professional pilot contains many milestones. Those milestones are both recognised and celebrated. Tonight, we are here to celebrate some very special milestones. All of tonight's graduates have completed the licensing requirements to become a commercial pilot. This is the foundation of their professional career. To all the parents, friends, family that are here tonight, in case you've been wondering, let me quickly explain what your loved ones have been doing for the past 12 to 18 months. Rest assured, we have kept them busy. If you've not been keeping track, they have flown between 170 and 200 flights for a total of between 240 or 330 hours, depending on which program they've entered into. They've passed 4 or 5 flight tests, passed between 14 or 23 written exams, seen the South Island from a perspective that most people never see. Flying around over the snow-capped Alps on a smooth, calm day is certainly breathtaking. Perhaps they've taken you on a flight. What a proud moment that must be for both pilot and passengers. Every flight test and every written exam is a milestone in its own right. This is the foundation only, so you all have more to do. To the graduates of 2022, tonight is about you. I'm sure that your family and friends agree that tonight marks a significant milestone in your careers, and you can be very proud of what you have achieved. And to take a quote from Dr. Zeus, congratulations, this is your day, you're off to great places, you're off and away. We are kicking off tonight with our guest speaker. Tonight's guest speaker has had to step in at the 11th hour due to our original guest speaker unfortunately not being able to be here tonight. So therefore I really appreciate them stepping in really and owning it for us. That's why we're one crew and we're proud of it, so thanks very much. So tonight's guest speaker learnt to fly at the Canterbury Aero Club. On achieving his CPL, he worked for Mount Cook Ski Plains, then moving into single pilot IFR and night ops, then into a role with Safe Air flying Bristol freighters and the Argosy. For 5 years, he held the chief pilot role for Polynesian Airlines flying the 737. He then moved to Brunei as an FO and he flew the 737. In 1985, when I was 2, he accepted the role of Air New Zealand and started flying the Whaka Friendship and went on to the Boeing 737-200, 300. He flew the 767s and then on to the Queen of the Sky, the Boeing 747-400. He was part of the team that introduced the Airbus A320 into Air New Zealand and was one of the flight instructors on that aircraft. He retired at 65 off the 777 and at our request came back to CAC for 100 days of work. But now at 1,161 days later, he's continuing to give back to not only the organisation, but most importantly, our students and graduates and staff. So please give a warm welcome to Captain Ross Sparks.
Thank you, Jeremy. I'll make one correction. I spent the 3.5 years in Polynesian Airlines as the chief pilot in the training side of their GA operation while operating on the 737-200. But really, this is about the graduates of 2022, and I just want to say congratulations to you all. This is a night to celebrate for you, for the families that are here, and your support. You should be proud of your young members that have achieved the graduation, and for the grandparents, even a greater moment to see those young people achieve their dreams. So when we move into that, I'm going to treat it as I describe it, our night, because we're both still on the journey. I'm at the one end of the journey with 51 years in the business, and you're at the other end of the journey, starting it. So I'm going to base the conversation tonight around some advice and thoughts 51 years on, because Life is a dash, and the dash is between the number that I arrive and the number that I depart on. So you've got to realise that on our journey of the dash, there will be certain challenges that come before you. And when you were originally here, and I was still in my 100-day phase, we talked about the need to go surfing and believing in yourself and going to that beach and paddling out that surfboard to get a wave, to get your wave that's going to let you live your dream. Well, you've finished the job, you've built the surfboard. You're at the beach. It's time to paddle out to get your wave. During that journey, though, from here on, and you look at this great background and drop as you're living your dream and where you want to go, I'm going to give you some thoughts about the journey and the decisions you might make. There are no right answers to this. There are simply points for you to consider, because not only have I got the privilege to share this with you tonight as the graduates of 2022, there are people in this room who mentored me. I sat there as their first officers on wide-bodied aeroplanes, and their values became installed in me. So I'm only the conduit in this program to handing it on. But when you watch the journey, not everyone gets to complete the journey. Life has its fates, life has its challenges. And you've got to be very clear that decision making is a very strong part of what you will become, both career-wise and on the way through to your private lives. So I often used to say to young people sitting on a flight deck at night, and they say, what would be your best advice tonight? And I would say to them, it's got two things to do. One, life is a business. You've actually got to run it. So when you get to making those decisions, think carefully, and in amongst that, and you can think again about owning it or whether you want to take a risk, you have opportunity versus temptation. Opportunity grows you, temptation destroys you. And what you're trying to do on that journey is get the right tools in your toolbox. And if you think about the type of person that responds well to our world, because the rest of your careers, if you are successful in the airlines, will see you annually do a medical that needs a tick in the box. But you will do 2 simulators every 6 months for the rest of your careers if you go into the bigger aviation side of life. And your job is as good as the 2 simulators that you fly every 6 months. So how do they make that easy for you? And from where I sat in the Air New Zealand group when we were looking and training, humility helps you learn. Humility is a very big part to understanding, asking the questions. Arrogance often will take you down the road of disappointment. Intentionally, it could be failure because you're wanting to argue about the point rather than listen to what's being said to you. So take on board as you get the right tools in your toolbox, and every day you'll refresh those tools in the toolbox that you need for your career as you learn, as you grow, and you see new roles. Solution focused. The people on a flight deck that you really enjoy working with. People who know a reference source, have a bit of information they can share. Because ultimately your role is that of a leader when you are the captain sitting in an aeroplane, but you can't do it by yourself. You need those people who can make the contributions to where you're actually wanting to get to. So everyone knows something, and it's important that you, in a role that you're inspiring to go through, are always contributing towards that solution focus. And ultimately, in an aeroplane, in my mind, it doesn't matter where you wake up in the world as long as you wake up. So if the weather's not good, the company would love you to be in London. It doesn't matter if you finish up in Amsterdam. If that's the best outcome, you'll have a new experience of Amsterdam, but at least you woke up. Don't push the rules. The rules are very simple to manage. Self-review. It's something I do, still do. Every day I go home from here. I look at how did my contribution to the day deliver, what did we get from it. Use those tools of the self-review to actually learn, ask those questions. What didn't I know? Why didn't I know it? Where's the information? Because it's all part of keeping you out there living your dream. Because it's important that you are successful in your dream. Not everybody does succeed in the end. Lifestyle, interesting at the different levels you fly it. It's a tough gig. You go to some great places. You have to learn to be, again, humble. I wouldn't dare want to go home and describe to my wife, who's been managing the 3 children, that I've been in London for 2 sleeps and I've been at Wimbledon watching the tennis. You tend to keep that bit of the information for later. If she asks you, what did you do? Well, you kind of have to tell the truth. But it rained. You'll always find a way. So, all I can say to you all going forward is that look after yourselves, make wise choices, seek guidance in the decisions you have to make, and don't get into temptation. That is the part that was your downside. And as young people in the international world, when you first go across that big wide world, there's a lot going on, and you want to be part of it all. But you have a responsibility to roll always. You have a responsibility to people. You've chosen a very professional career that demands a lot from you. So I just encourage you all to think wisely in making those choices. But for me, the staff that helped you get here, there's some young instructors all sitting here tonight, they all helped you on your journey to have that surfboard complete. Now you're looking for the start of your career. And I just think that I want to wish you all the very best for the journey in front of you. Thank you.
Ross, I'd just like to invite you back up here because I know that last minute trying to prepare for something like this can be a little difficult for us all. So just a wee token of our appreciation. Thank you. I'd like to invite Emma Penny up to the stage, who is a past student of IAANZ, and Emma's going to present the students for graduation tonight. So welcome, Emma. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone, parents, friends, instructors, and of course the graduating class of 2022. Today we have become IAANZ graduates. No matter what your reason is for choosing to study at IAANZ today, we're all here to celebrate each other and others' achievements and take the next step on the journey to becoming a pilot. There are some students here who are unfortunately absent tonight. However, I do want to acknowledge their importance and the significant role they also played in getting us to where we are today. Together as intakes, we're all one crew, one team, and everyone has played their part in each other's time here at IAANZ, and we couldn't have done it without them. This graduation marks the end of a chapter in our lives and the start of a new embarkment on furthering our experience as pilots as well. Most importantly, if there's one thing I have learned since I started at IAANZ here, was 0 hours to the point today. Most importantly, follow your dreams, don't give up, and stick at it. Have that go-getter attitude, say yes to all the opportunities that come at you. Build your network of people like it's an empire. Say yes, get your face remembered. And for example, last year I was doing my CPL mountain flying with Jimmy into Milford Sound, and it was the first time that I met some pilots in Milford. That time I never thought would come in hand until now. I'm now, the opportunity may not have been immediate, but it's the face and the personality that people remember. So I've now asked some of my peers their favourite highlights and challenges that they face here at IAANZ. I thought I'd share some with everyone because I thought everyone can relate. So speaking to some of my friends, a common highlight everyone shared was seeing everyone pass their flight tests. The first time people ventured outside the control zone was very rewarding, and the satisfaction of getting that end result. Others would agree the cross-country phase was the best. It really was the first time that you got to exercise the privileges of your licence. Contrary to this, there were times that really tested our abilities. For example, the first time that we stepped in TIS or MER had 2 engines instead of 1, and then added in flying through clouds as well, just to make it a little bit harder. Even though times like this were challenging, there was something that was even harder. CCAT really topped it off for me. There are other students out there tonight who are contemplating what their next move is. I can't recommend it enough, so if you have the opportunity, take it up. It not only pushes you right to the limit, but it gives you the opportunity to share your passion for aviation with other students. It not only improves your flying, but it also really extends your knowledge to somewhere you didn't think was possible. I'm now working at a commercial outfit in Queenstown at Air Milford as a full-time flight coordinator. The example of that time where I was in Milford flying with Jimmy, never thought it would come in hand until now, and I'm loving it. So you never know when the hard work will be all worth it in the end, and you don't know where life's going to take you, so live it up. Thank you again for all coming here tonight to celebrate the 2022 graduates and their achievements. All the best for the future, and take care.
So probably about maybe, was it a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago, I contacted Emma and asked her to be the presenter. And I asked around, being you, and all the TMs were all recommended that you would be the person that could speak to us, and so I thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Okay, so now we're coming to that point in the evening where we present certificates to our graduates. So we're going to start with the training schemes, and they'll be presented by Jeremy Ford. Okay, so we're going to start with the private pilot licence training scheme. Can I ask Harold Sun Vongard to come up and receive his certificate? Next, we have the Commercial Pilot Licence Training Scheme. Unable to be here today are 3 of our international students receiving this certificate or this award in absentia. Sho Hasegawa, Yohei Koyama, Abin Mani Swaiter. I think we should give them a clap. Next up, we have the Commercial Pilot Licence Aeroplane Integrated with Multi-Engine Instrument Rating Training Scheme. Can I ask Matthew Coyle-Smith to come up and receive his certificate? And unable to be here tonight, but receiving also the certificate in absentia are Chan Ming Park, Do Bao Trun, Huan Hu Kan Hai, Li Vu Nguyen Bao, Nguyen An Min, Nguyen Kai Kui Nguyen, Pham Li Hu, and Pham Hui. Next we have the New Zealand Diploma in Aviation, General Aviation Level 5. And so I'll call up Jason Hobday, our Chief Flying Instructor, who will present these certificates. First up, can we have Philippa Alsop? Theodore Bell. James Carruthers. Nikita Clemens. Ryan Cookson. Arnav Deb. Rika Stellang. Richard Goodwin. Alexander Henderson. Rebecca Hennessy. Sally Horn. Winston Hutchinson. Matthew Johnson. Sam Johnson. Ali Nguyen. Cameron Long. Matthew Palmer. Trevor Parnapa. Emma Henny. Luke Price. Arthur Sabata. Finn Trethaway. Henry Wood. Shush. No, really. Yes. Unable to be here tonight, but receiving their certificates in absentia are Yik Choi, Tra Tran Hugh Moon, Shem Love, Pham Quan Ming, Neva MacDonald Sheehan, Marshall Parlane, Amelie Ritchie, Sarab Singh, Morgan Struthers, and Scott Thompson. Next up we have the New Zealand Diploma in Aviation Flight Instruction Level 6. So receiving their certificates in attendance are certificates are presented by Ross Spar. Claire Baker. Theodore Bell. Jonathan Borrell. Ryan Cookson. Matthew Johnson. Sam Johnston. Thomas Coppin. Isaac McComish. Emma Penny. Jack Piggott. Luke Price. Grace Terakatene. And unable to be here tonight but receiving their certificates and absentia, Ethan Hattrell. Ryan Jones. Hamish McEwen. And Alice McElroy Foster. So next up we have some special awards, and I'm going to hand over to Jeremy to introduce those.
Congratulations to you all so far. Just have one little technical area which we're just going to resolve. But the special awards tonight are based on a lot of our core values as an organisation, which we try to install not only from the top down, but it's most important that I know that it's working the best when it comes from the bottom up. So when we see our students displaying core values, we recognise those in quarterly meetings, and we discuss them actually at an instructor level every week, core value stories. So a lot of it comes from there around the passion for learning, how do they go about seeking excellence, a bit of own it, and a lot of it comes down to is around sort of the decision making. So the first award for tonight is the top academic performance, and I'm just going to grab my notes on this one. Thank you. It goes to a graduate who scored consistently high across all the theory exams, averaging 90.78 across all of them. That was the Diploma in Aviation, Level 5. And this year's top academic recipient goes to Arthur Sabata. The next award is the consistent top flying performance, and again taking into account the core values of the organisation, but then also we go back to the instructing team and we talk about it across the team and what makes this person that stand out from everyone else. And a lot of it comes down to is, while everyone will walk away with a commercial pilot licence here tonight, it is probably the accuracy of the flying and what we're looking for. And just one, Ross's big one, I can feel him just looking at me right now actually. It'll be decision making, and we're wanting people to make sound decisions in the air, and that comes with experience, but also when someone's dedicated, they understand the situations they face, their situational awareness of what's happening around them in the air, the listening, building a picture of what aircraft are around them. So again, with the Seeking Excellence, tonight's top flying award, and unfortunately they can't be here tonight, but it goes to Scott Thompson. And lastly, the International Student Award, and I would love for the day for them to be here for this award, but you can understand their journey. Many of them may have never travelled outside of their home country. They come to a country like New Zealand, where most of us have to drive a car, especially to this facility, where we don't have public transport around to it. They have to learn a whole new culture, and also we have to try and learn to embrace their culture. And we look at everything around where they've come from, their background, what's their story been so far to get here. And then we look at and take into account all of their academic performance, their flying performance, but then also how do they display the values of not only what we're trying to look for, but in their own cultural way. So tonight's International Student Award goes to Hugh Pham. So I'd like to thank everyone tonight who've travelled here to be here. I know that some of you have travelled from as far as the North Islanders, in particular the students and all the graduates now. So thank you for making the effort to be here tonight. I also want to make a special thanks to the team here, Adrian, Prince, Mikhail and Lizzie, who have worked extremely hard to bring us the graduation for 2022. Thank you to Jocelyn and her team, the students who helped upstairs tonight. Thank you. Before I close this evening's ceremony, I'd like to take this opportunity to say on behalf of IAANZ, congratulations to all the graduates. You're entering into an amazing industry and you're ready to embark on your next journey. While the last 3 years have been challenging for many, you yourselves have been resilient. 2023 is not going to be any different. But we're going to be faced with many challenges. And while we may be faced with uncertainty in the aviation industry, I assure you, it has already started to turn around and it's coming back extremely strong. We've had a number of staff finish up with us in the last few months and have obtained jobs with Air New Zealand. You can see that some of the graduates here are also wearing uniforms, so they've gained employment. The industry certainly has started to turn around, and I know that when Air New Zealand start hiring, it creates plenty of opportunities for everyone. And as each of you leave here tonight, some of you have got the copy of Dr. Seuss's Oh, the Places You Will Go. It has some quotes in there of fun, but also meaningful. And I want you to take something out of it, that book, and I hope that as you go through your journey in life, there might be something in there that will just help you. From the IAANZ family to yours, we wish you a safe trip home, a Merry Christmas, and have a great 2023, and congratulations to all the graduates. Thank you. And to finish up, well, I know that last year some of you are online. We welcome you. Thank you for joining us. But you may also try to talk to them on the other side. So feel free to do that. I'm not sure how the tech guys will like you getting too close, but I'm sure if you want to say hello to them, feel free to go and do that. We also invite you to take some photos with your family and friends up here on the stage and also around the aircraft. But thank you very much and appreciate it. Thank you.